Welcome to today's special 50-point inspection on this beer from Grow Brewing Company, which I have no clue about. Here's what I know about this beer. It's called Photosynthetic. It's a hazy double IPA at 9% ABV.
Generous with a double category.
Yeah, so I have what makes this a special 50-point inspection. I have Dan right here next to me, Mike right there from FLX Beer Reviews. They were the ones that gifted me this lovely beer. Where is Grow Brewing Company out of?
Okay, so Grow Brewing technically is out of Geneva, New York, but they're more of a kind of a gypsy brew. They don't have a brick and mortar per se.
Okay.
Yeah. What they call like a nomadic brewing, or?
Yeah, they kind of just distribute to different bottle shops around the area, and they do like what would you say, Mike? Festivals or?
Yeah, I think they just kind of show up at little get-togethers and festivals, and they've got a handle on a lot of the bottle shops in the area.
I'm just showing the label art on this. Does this not remind you of like the cover of an R.L. Stine book?
Dude, their labels they've got some great labels on their beer, and I think a bunch of them could be R.L. Stine covers.
That's just fantastical. Loving that. This beer is about 2 months canned. November 14th. We're coming up on January 10th. So just about 2 months, we'll call it. Now, when this does air, it will not be January 10th anymore. It's going to be farther in the future. Maybe
March
February.
10th. Who knows?
So we will all look a little bit older by the time that you actually see this. Oh, well, you'll see us and you'll be like, wow, you guys, like, what you do? You look so much younger.
Dan may be wearing a different hat.
Maybe he might have a cheddar. He might have a cheddar hat on. You know, broccoli and cheddar go really good together.
Don't get him going. We're trying to talk about a different brewery right now.
What brewery are we talking about again?
Grow, not Brewing. Other half. We're talking about Grow.
Yeah. This is Grow. Grow Brewing Company. So let's black tab. Does that?
It means nothing. It just means.
It's not another half tab.
Yeah, no. So as we pour this, I will enlighten some peoples. So this is brewed with over 100 pounds of wildflower honey in Citra hops and Rakau hops, and then they I believe they dry hopped it with Simcoe. Dry hopped with Simcoe. So
perfect pour.
With easy there.
Look at that. That's a beautiful looking beer.
It's a great looking beer.
See, what happened was you were talking while I was pouring, and then it just like went to the top. I heard honey, and I was like, ooh, because it looks like honey.
Oh wait, Dirty West Mafia, I'll bump it.
That is a murky beer. So so you get these beers that are called hazy. They go, hazy beer, you know, and you kind of get them, and they're kind of like, well, yeah, it looks like it's unfiltered,
right?
But, you know, it doesn't. This is murky. This looks like there's substance, like just throughout.
It's got
looks like some depth.
It looks like you could walk on it if it was water.
Yeah, it does look like you could walk on it. But it's got a very creamy, like thick appearance.
Yeah.
Nice kind of fluffy head on it too.
Of course, you guys have better cameras and lighting than I do, so I'm so glad that you're here because look at mine.
Okay, so let me ask this real quick.
Oxidized EQ.
Does your beer look like ours, or does it look like yours?
It looks a little bit brighter
Okay, so it looks like ours then.
Okay.
It's more like yours than
Okay.
mine.
Thank God. I thought
I'm
we
not
had
sure
the-
how it's going to turn up once it's because sometimes through the power of editing, it seems to brighten things up. I don't know.
All right.
It's weird.
You want to get a whiff?
I do. I need to get
Very much so.
a ring camera thing. Oh, but I do want to talk about the head on this thing. It is
Okay.
lasting.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a frothy white head, fairly tight bubbles. It is lasting.
Yeah, it's sticking around.
Mm. There's some malt presence in there. I'm getting like almost like a rye spice biscuity type. note.
It is a very sweet malt.
Yeah.
I'm getting that honey. There's a sweetness.
Clover honey.
There's also some dank melon. I'm getting.
Yeah, I get a lot of nice dank, like tropical notes to it.
Yeah, I get kind of like a spicy mango.
Spicy mango, or like I'm almost getting a little bit of kiwi,
Oh yeah, I can see that.
like a golden kiwi.
I don't eat a lot of kiwi, so I can't really. I can't jump.
My
into
kid
kiwi.
loves kiwi.
Kiwi because kiwi's always so expensive.
It is.
Like if you buy like a fruit salad, and they have kiwi in it, do you know they give you 2 slices of kiwi and you get like
Yeah.
like how much
And raise the price $4.
right, you get like a whole bunch of chunks of pineapple and then
What-
antelope.
Dude, here's the thing, man. We live around Wegmans, and Wegmans is it's super expensive for certain things. But I mean, you can't beat their produce and everything. It's top notch. The quality is there. It's just it's super expensive.
I think
It's pricey.
Wegmans is like our Shaw. Do you guys have a Shaw's?
And
No.
we do not.
All right, so I think that your Wegmans, which we don't have in New Hampshire, is like Shaw's.
The reason I was
Which
alluding
is
to
like
that is
the-
that
like
they
the-
have the
Produce and everything's like immaculate, but you
yeah.
pay. It's like you go to shop at Shaw's here. It's like, oh, what are you rich?
But they have the fruit bowls there, and they have like the regular fruit bowl and they have the tropical one. But like on top, there's like 6 pieces of kiwi. It's like one kiwi chopped up, and then the some bitch is like $18. It's out of control.
It is very fruity. I will say that it is a fruit basket.
Yeah. There is this for me anyways. Full transparency, not the first time I'm having it.
Not at all.
But I love how I'm
It's my
having
first
it at different stages of the game because I got it rather fresh.
So I'm the virgin. You guys tricked me.
What's that?
Hey, you can't expect us to have these gems lying around and we're just not going to drink them. That's crazy talk.
But what I'm getting is this: there's almost this fermented kind of fruit aspect to it now. So which is it's pretty cool.
It may be that fermented fruit thing that you speak of that I like because I said rye spice. I think that might be what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
You want to dive in?
It smells fantastic for a brewery that I've never heard of, and you guys said it's like a gypsy brewery.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
like
much.
a gypsy brewery that we knew about in this kind of neck of the woods was Clown Shoes, which
Oh, okay.
used to be fantastic and has kind of gone way downhill. But yeah, let's dive in. Cheers.
Let's do it.
We've
Cheers,
spoken
boys.
about so many other breweries with this beer. It's amazing. I like how the malt comes up. I like that. See, I'm a malt. Like I like beers that showcase some malt. I like hoppy beers and stuff, but it's always nice when like there's like a noticeable malt presence that's not just grain. I've noticed a lot of graininess in a lot of beers lately, and I'm not a big fan of like grain.
Right.
Especially being like where I've homebrewed and stuff. It's like grain aspect is not that pleasant.
So for me, with that malt aspect, there's also that super vegetal kind of like hoppy, just all the hops in your face kind of greenness to it. Like there's like this huge vegetal herbaceous like floral component to it, which just like based off the nose, you weren't really getting it.
It almost tastes like dandelions.
I respect it. I really do.
Yeah, it's got kind of this green stem note to it. So there's the greenness and stuff.
I get like clover, like 3-leaf clover kind of.
Yeah. You're tasting that plant. You really are.
I think so. Yeah. I think you're right.
But there's a fruit note like all along with all that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes off weird saying that because it is a bright grassy flavor to it. Like it's almost like it is. It's that flower. It's just a sunshiny grass taste to it.
So here's the thing. I'm still getting that. I'm still getting like this kind of tropical melon kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
But on the back end, you're still getting that just like fucking just like herbaceous kind of tinge. You know what I mean?
There is a touch. Have you guys experienced lychee? Have you ever had lychee?
I've had lychee once.
There is a touch of lychee. There is a touch of lychee.
Bit of guava.
I think that's a spicy note. Like when I said it kind of had that like tropical, like what did I say even anyways? It was something spicy. We'll have to rewind to figure out what the hell I said. But yeah, a lot of times I'll get like it's either guava or papaya. Papaya is kind of more earthy tone, spicy type notes. And talking about spicy, we're not talking about like, it's like red hot pepper spice.
Yeah,
it's an herbal like kind of spiciness.
So where do you think the are you picking up on the sweetness of like the honey at all?
I can't really say that I am right yet. A lot of times now, here's the thing: is honey is 100% fermentable. A lot of times it can be used as a but sometimes the honey gets weird like at the end where these it's already fermented beer certain points in the battery. You like finish a little bit, then you add other special ingredients stuff yeast from fermenting further to give some sweetness. But generally honey is 100% fermentable, so you just run in there and go. It just ferments out. So too much.
So I feel like we've almost skipped steps with this.
Yeah.
Like if we could like back it up to the OG step of 9% ABV. How is the body? How does the body shake up?
It's got a smooth, creamy mouthfeel. Creamy.
Oh, Alex.
It's smooth, creamy mouthfeel. It's like a medium body to me. I would say it's on the medium spectrum of carbonation, but on the kind of the lower side a little bit.
Yeah, I mean
there's carbonation there, but I think the mouthfeel of it's just kind of saying, "Hey, I'm smooth and creamy."
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for 9%, I feel like the body is there. Like if I was drinking this blind, I'd be like, "Okay, this is a bigger beer." Mouthfeel, like you said, there's a moderate carbonation, but I think it's welcomed. I think without it might be a bit, just kind of underwhelming or a bit too cloying or whatever.
It's like tiny bubbles.
It's like the champagne bubbles almost.
Yeah.
Booze? What booze?
Yeah, it hides
it. It's very slight if there is, for me. Like I know it's a bigger beer, but it's not like very ethanol. Like it's not ethanol forward as to the point I'm like, ooh, okay, I need a break.
No. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I think with it being such a high ABV beer, it's not nearly as sweet as a lot of other 9-10% triple kind of IPA beers show up as. And I think that's a little deceptive too, because you're not getting any booze. It's not overly sweet. Drinkable.
To be honest, I'm pretty excited about this 50-point inspection. Not only for the fact that many different views here. We have 3 different views of the same beer, but this is the kind of beer where I feel like if you take your time with it, it's going to evolve and kind of open up.
It's going to grow on you.
It's going to grow.
It's going to grow on you. Hey, look at that. But for real, like, I feel like, if you're watching this, it's a lot of people are like, oh, you're putting out this fucking 30-minute review. You know what?
Yeah.
This beer deserves it.
No, I'm pretty,
a beer like this needs
don't
that
worry,
kind of time.
we will fast forward through all of our nonsense and
Yeah.
pick out the best.
I really don't care. I really don't care because honestly, just hanging out and enjoying this beer is.
Oh yeah,
I am thrilled with this beer. This is a good beer.
Yeah, I mean the thing about Grow, Jesse, that I don't think we've. Or at least you don't know about. Grow, they've kind of grown on us. But they do a lot of different styles. So they're just not like the IPA guys or whatever. They do
but they're
milds,
doing a
they
damn
do
good
stouts,
job.
they do red ales, they do, But as far as this beer goes.
This one, as far as our IPAs go, it set itself like as soon as Dan and I had it the first time, we were like, whoa, this sets itself apart a little bit. Like, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing with this beer for me, is if I close my eyes and I transport myself, could this be a beer from Albany?
He said every other beer under the sun today, and that's when he's like, is it a beer from Albany?
Talking about Fidens.
Yeah, seriously. If you close your eyes and
it totally reminds me of Rose.
I completely agree.
No, but I mean, I did pick up on like dandelions. I mean, yes, there are like dandelion flowers, but I mean, come on, why are the dandelion flowers there?
It is very vegetal.
It is. And yes, I think that if you close your eyes, I think that you can picture plant life.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I think this would go great with a vegetarian pizza.
Dude, I cannot wait to try and
maybe a salad too. Light on the vinaigrette.
So we're getting healthy up in here.
All right, Jesse, lead us toward the promised land here.
We've gone over kind of the way that the body feels, the mouth feel, the flavors, the aromas. We look at the beer. So right now, I think that we're ready to score the beer.
All right.
I think so.
This is gonna be interesting. Our first.
This is gonna be fun.
First 50 point.
And we are back with our scores on this 50-point inspection. I'm so glad you guys got to do this with me.
You're gonna have to fast forward the last 2.5 hours of Dan and I trying to figure this out.
Oh no, this is where I do the special Joe cut screen.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, the fast forwarding only comes between the what the fuck am I smelling or that's where the fast forwarding comes in. Other than that, it's cut screen. We're ready. Time portal. We're going with the Untapped first. Hey, there's a big write-up on this. Let's read this. A scientific approach to the garden. Our friends from Underground Beer Lab met up to help brew this hazy double IPA pale ale with flaked. You never mentioned beer, Underground Beer Lab.
We did not.
What is Underground Beer Lab? Does anybody know?
I think it's a brewery.
It's somewhere in New York, down in the state somewhere, I believe.
Okay.
In fact, where we got this can itself, Branching Out Bottle Shop in Camillus, New York, outside of Syracuse. They actually teamed up with UBL to create a collab. So.
Okay. So, this is a hazy double IPA with flaked oats, unmalted wheat, flaked rye.
Hell,
holy!
You said rye.
Jesse, you are a prophet.
In
Or he knows what
100
he's doing and
pounds
we
of
don't.
wildflower honey, which is usually clover honey. Yes.
We may as well not even join in.
We hopped it with copious amounts of Citra and Rakau
Rakau.
in the whirlpool, and then engineered fermentation with UBL's house yeast. We then gave it our signature heavy fertilizer, hop treatment with more Citra and Rakau, as well as a hefty dose of Simcoe, which is a lovely hop.
Indeed.
Tangerine, marmalade, yuzu, which is a fruit that I've never had.
Yeah.
You guys have a yuzu?
I put a sumo.
An apricot bursts through the underlying sap. There's tree sap in this from Treehouse. For this silky,
Mentioned so many other breweries.
lab-grown collaboration. Okay, are you guys ready for this? 213 ratings.
Okay.
That's
Couple of those
very,
are
very small number.
Very small number, but
Uh,
upstart brewery.
this beer
Just wait.
averages out at a 4.05
I think that's low.
out of 5.
That's
Which, if we were going to convert that to the 50-point inspection, which it does, the 50 point and the 5 thing, it's just decimals and whole numbers. That's the whole difference. It's just more in depth, as you guys found out today.
A lot of math on this channel.
I will say, out of my friends, average is a 4.13.
Out of your friends, 4.13. So out of your friends, it would end up being a very good beer. Out of the untapped score of 213 ratings, it ends up being a good beer,
Okay.
which would be around the B+ to C
Well,
rating.
give them time. They give them time. They'll blow
Yeah,
up.
they'll figure it out.
That's
figure it
untapped.
They don't know what to do.
Guys, I'm going to go last.
Okay.
Dan,
Yes.
can you give us...
All right.
If you can give
Are
us
we
a
doing
breakdown,
total
if not,
score right
just
now, or are we going?
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna break it down.
No,
This is
don't
the
break
first
down
time I've done a
don't break down
50.
my malt hop and all that stuff. Just
This is my first time doing a 50-point inspection. So appearance, 0 out of 6.
Mhm.
I believe I gave it a 5. Aroma, breaking down between malt, hops, and other, I believe I gave it a 9 out of 10. Flavor, I believe I gave it a whatever. I forgot to tell you how I broke it down. Anyways, what I boiled down to was a 43 out of 50.
43 out of 50.
Where does that land me, Jesse?
That lands you in the very good category.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna write down 43 for you. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
I apologize for
43 out
not
of 50
remembering
Dan.
what I broke.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Mike.
All right. I got all my breakdowns on here, but I won't read them all. All right. So appearance, I gave it a 6 out of 6. Aroma, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Flavor, I gave it a 17 out of 19. Body, I gave it a 5 out of 5. And overall, I gave it a 9 out of 10 for a total score of 47.
47 out of 50. That would be an excellent.
Whew.
Excellent.
I mean, for the next finings of New York, I mean, that's appropriate.
So we have a 43, we have a 43, we have a 47.
Now, for the person who hasn't had it before.
Person that hasn't
got
had it before. For mine, on the
This is
appearance, I give it a
exciting.
6 out of 6.
Okay.
For the aromas, I gave it an 8 out of 10. For the flavor score, Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. 17 out of 19. For the body, a 5 out of 5. And for my overall, I'm an 8.5 out of 10, which is going to give this lovely beer from Grow Brewing Company, Photosynthetic, in collaboration with Underground Beer Lab, which we didn't mention because we give it.
No one's ever professionals.
Lovely can art, by the way. I love it. It even has the little label there, like you'd find in those houseplant pots. A BuMpY 44.5.
All right.
50, which is going to land this as a very good beer. So
Good.
Between the both of us, very good and excellent. And yeah, I would put this right up there with Fidens has been mentioned. I'd put this up there with Modest Man. I'd put this up there. Even most of the Treehouse type stuff. Because I mean, Treehouse puts out some fantastic beers. That's the thing, is they have like excellent stuff. But then a lot of the beers that they do put out, because they put out a lot of beers, are just kind of like lower threshold.
Oh, we're getting real here on Bumpy Road Brews.
But I want to first off appreciate this brewery, Grow Brewing Company. First beer from you guys, fantastic. I appreciate both Mike and Dan. No, wrong way. And Dan.
Well, I hope you enjoy this 40-minute episode.
Yeah, for actually
it's worth it
me,
every minute.
For gifting me this beer. And
we're gonna say more. We're gonna say more. Because here's the deal. I don't know if you have ever watched any sci-fi movies or whatever. There's a certain movie with Christopher Walken, you know.
Oh yeah, The Deer Hunter.
Not that one.
Oh.
Excellent answer.
Anyways, I'm outlining prophecies here, and here's my prophecy. The Grow Brewing Company, in the next year of 2023, the year of our Lord, will gain many subscribers, many fans, and will be on the same level, the hype level of a Fidens.
You heard it here first, folks. This is a Bumpy Road Brews exclusive.
And I want to appreciate them once again. FLX Beer Reviews.
Thanks for having us.
I'll do it the right way this time, I guess. Dan and Mike.
Yeah. There's no right way with us.
You'll find a link. You'll find a link in their channel right over by probably Dan's head.
Right over Dan's face.
Yeah, pretty close to it.
We don't want to see that broccoli hat anymore.
Oh,
there you go. Now you got it. That's production value right there.
You can find these guys doing fantastic videos. They're
Brady Bunch of this thing.
It's so much fun. I love them. I absolutely love them. So check them out. FLX Beer Reviews. And
Good luck.
I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all the viewers as well for watching. If you're a viewer of my channel, if you're watching this, please do. I'm serious. FLX Beer Reviews. You're gonna get such enjoyment out of watching their videos. You got to subscribe.
Well, thank you.
I mean, don't just go watch the video. Just subscribe. You're gonna just.
I have enjoyment.
Enjoy the shit out of
Jesse.
So, huh?
I have enjoyment.
You are enjoying your videos.
I have enjoyment, and I just want everybody to know what a lovely experience it has been to do a 50-point inspection.
Yes,
What is it? Is this where you guys would have landed the beer at the 5 point?
No, actually, yeah. So actually, when I first had the beer, I gave it a 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
But giving me 43 out of 50. That lands me about what 4.25 out of
You
5.
gave it a 43.
Yeah, so about 4.25, 4.3 out of 50. That's right about where I enjoy this. I'm actually we are going to do a special 50-point inspection episode of As the Beer Swirls.
I think we should.
Sweet.
And you have to say this. Now it's 2 months later that we're having this beer, and it's still
It's 2
holding
months
up like
old,
that.
too, yeah. Well, now I'm going to have to repost. There's going to be a link to FLX beer reviews over by Dan's face somewhere over there in the corner.
It better be after all that painting and looking.
And yeah, God, I want to edit anymore, guys. Stop. You're making my editing just extra long.
But we do. We make things difficult. That's why people don't have us on.
Knock the shit off. All right, let's go enjoy our night off now.
Yes.
I enjoyed this beer. You guys enjoyed this beer, obviously. We're all up in the same kind of threshold.
I enjoyed the cut.
It was fantastic. I appreciate you guys doing the 50-point inspection. It's so much fun when people do the 50-point inspection for the first time.
That's what's fun.
They're just not excited. Like, what? And it makes sense afterwards.
It's even better to know you're going to sit here and edit the fuck out of this.
I am. I'm going to fucking fuck this shit. So fuck you, nerds.
I'm out.
Appreciate you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
Leave studio.